This video is just a bit of debugging from the previous video. So firstly, the problem is that if say we enter a word that has two of the same letters. For example, if you go ahead and if the word is hello and we get speed, then the first E would be yellow, but the second one will not be yellow. It will be grayed out. It will be gray because there's only one E. And on the other hand, if we guess another word like sense, then it will be green and this one will be gray. Note that it prioritizes the first E over the second here. However, it will always prioritize a green over a gray. So if the word is crane, for example, and you guess green, the second E will be green and the first one will be grayed out instead of this one being yellow and this one being gray, because it will always prioritize the green first, and then it will prioritize the letters that come first. Anyway, back to our Scratch project. In the past, we used this line of this piece of code to determine the case number. However, it will change a bit. So firstly, we'll create a list called actWord. And we'll set I3 to 0, delete all of actWord, and repeat 5 times. Then we'll change I3 by 1. And then we'll add letter I3 of actWord to actWord. This is to create actWord as a list itself. So for example, if say actWord is okay, we'll go ahead and set it to say race, for example. And then we'll run this code. Okay, hold on a second. So let's say that the actual word is race. We'll set I3 to 0, delete all of actWord, and we'll just go ahead and add the letters. Over here is 1 because of the code below. So if letter I3 of actWord is letter I3 of curWord, which is a green match, then it will increase the case number and we'll replace the item with 1. This is to avoid interfering with the elements of the list, and also at the same time, it will also allow us to change it so that there won't be like any more A's in this word, for example. Then we'll repeat this and okay, I just made a tiny bug fix. So we'll set I3 to 0 and repeat 5 times. We'll change I3 by 1 and see if it's contained in the actual word, which refers to a yellow, then we'll change case number by this, which is 3 to the power of I3 minus 1. And we'll also replace this item, letter I3 of curWord, the item number, which is the position of this letter in the actual word, with 1 for the same reason. So now after this, we can go ahead and go back and implement it back again. So we are going to go ahead and this is the code. It's over here. So I'll just put it to tell us where to drag it out later. And we need the new code, which is over here. So we add it in. And we don't need both set I3 to 0. That's the first bug fix. And the second isn't really a bug fix, but apparently it turns out that running things in parallel in Scratch are not as fast as doing it in series. They're about the same speed, to be precise. So we are just going to do this, drag this out. and we'll implement it over here. We'll need to set the minimum length, but we don't need a clone ID as well. And here we'll set it to item 1. And we'll change it to 2315. And yeah, it's just like that. But the problem with changing is that the running time of the algorithm might change. So we are going to hide all this. It's quite obvious that it won't really change the minimum word because obviously race does not get affected since every letter is distinct in the word race. Anyway, let's take a look at scores. Okay. So it seems like there is some problem. The first thing is that in the past there was this delete this clone over here, and we have to change it to stop this script since there are no longer any clones. Okay, I think so. I know where the bug is. Apparently, we are a bit careless over here, so we will need to add. So we'll need to replace item case number, which is over here, of actWord with one more than that, one more. So item case number of actWord, last one, like this. Apparently, and now we need to insert it back, which is over here. And now let's click the green flag. Okay, we need to do it of the temporary list, which is the one that we have 243 zeros. So we also need to change it over here. And now let's press the green flag. And true enough, the results are starting to come up. As you can see, the clones are almost done, and somehow it seems that there are 2,000. Okay, and somehow it seems that the minimum word has somehow changed. Although we can go ahead and look for the word race, we'll be looking for it. So we can go ahead and try item number of race in words. So it should be the 16,069. And it somehow seems like race has increased its score by a bit. Either that or irate has decreased its score by a bit. But anyway, the conclusion is that somehow race might not be the best word in terms of the average number of words left if you go ahead and consider the extra bug fix that we have made. And also note that there are actually other kinds of best words, so it depends on what you mean by best word. So best word can be, as in this case, the minimum number of average words remaining, which we have called min length over here, or alternatively, it can also be in terms of the number of amount of information gained or anything else. Or perhaps you can also do a two-step search, although it might take more time. But anyway, the main lesson is that sometimes there might be bug fixes which may change the best word. Okay, anyway, thanks for watching this video. If you like it, please subscribe to the channel.